tonight we're going to snorkel with manta rays. We're excited, can you tell? We were able to get hooked up through a friend of George's, my husband, and we are going with Big Island divers. And we're obviously taking you along with us. I'm gonna be honest, I can't remember the last time I've been on a boat, other than like the BC ferries. Doesn't count. I'm not getting this thing off ever.
Old Phuket was fun. Oh yeah, that's perfect. We went there to Old.
The boat ride from the harbor took approximately 25 minutes to reach our destination, and as the sun set, we put on our snorkel gear, which, by the way, is included with this tour, wetsuit and all, and we jumped into the bright blue water. A surfboard awaited us as we each grabbed a handle, floating atop the surface, waiting for these mantas to show up. It didn't even take a minute before one came, and then another, just gliding right underneath us, literally about a centimeter from us. These guys have wingspans of 12 to 15 feet, but they don't have stingers, so they're completely harmless. They're like gentle giants. Nothing to be afraid of. Besides, their throats are so tiny, they couldn't swallow you even if they wanted to. Every single one has its own unique pattern on its belly, like a fingerprint, so guides can actually recognize them. My favorite is Leo, because he kept coming up the closest to me. Now, I will stop talking soon. I just want to give you a few tips that may be very helpful for you. So, number one, you're going to be in the water for about 40 minutes watching these beautiful creatures, and it is cold, even with a wetsuit on. So bring a towel, bring some warm clothes for after so that you can change and be nice and cozy, because you will be shivering, trust me. Luckily, they do provide hot cocoa, which is incredible. It is such a nice way to warm up after. And there are cookies and chips as well, so you can have a little snack. Which brings me to my next point. Seasickness is real. It gets very rocky and the boat sways a lot. So you may want to consider taking something for anti-nausea before you head out on the boat. My next piece of advice is to bring a GoPro. If you don't have one with an underwater casing, go buy one because you will not regret it. The footage that we got is unreal, and there's no way I would have remembered all these amazing details had I not had my GoPro. Something else I think is important to mention is that when you go out, there's about a 90% success rate in seeing the mantas, where the average that you see is about 3. We were incredibly lucky to see probably about 10, I would say, maybe even more actually. They were just everywhere tonight, and it was incredible. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is that when you go out with Big Island divers, you can either snorkel or you can choose to scuba dive and watch the mantas from down below. They provide all this light, and what they're doing is they're actually eating all the plankton. So the little tiny white spots that you might see in some of these videos, that's actually the plankton that these mantas are opening their mouths and eating. You can see right here in this video here. And they will eat about 30 pounds of this per day. They eat up to 14 hours a day, which is crazy. So yeah, whether you want to snorkel from on top of the water and watch them from above, or go down below and scuba dive and watch them from down below, either way you cannot go wrong. It was an amazing experience that I'll never forget. Thank you to the captain and crew at Big Island Divers for this unforgettable memory. It was really something that I truly will never forget. If you are ever on the Big Island, please do this, because it is worth every penny. And now I'll leave you to watch in silence.